there's unfair games, right? There's people who know everything about stocks. You can be Warren Buffett, but there's a difference between being Warren Buffett and being a guy with insider knowledge on like Pfizer Pharmaceutical and trading on your insider knowledge. So I think the frustration is people are frustrated that not that you're good at trading, but that you knew something, know what the public didn't know, and you traded on that information, which in the public markets, it would be illegal. It would be insider trading.
Right. But on meme coins, A, it's not. And B, that's what happens on every single deal. I mean, every KOL, every single one globally, that's how their main money gets made. They know about a deal, they agree to a deal, and then they make money on the deal.
So KOL is key opinion leader. I've had to learn that from all of this crypto bullshit. And what the thing is about Hayden is he's one of the most honest brokers in this entire thing, in that he's an honest crook. There are text messages and others that have come out from Hayden being like, yeah, let's just pull it all. Let's pull as much as we can out of these idiots. And we were debating this before the show. I'm of a couple of minds. To be honest, at this point, if you invest your money in a meme coin or a shit coin, I don't feel bad for you, and you're an idiot. And you deserve to lose your money, because every single person who is involved in this should know at this point that the structure is always the same. You have the insiders who hold like 20 to 30%. In this case, it was like 80% of the coins within Libra. You have some guy like Javier Milei do the pump and of the classic, like, hey guys, check this out. Here's the contract address so you can all get involved. And then the people who got in at the beginning sell, not even necessarily at the top, but they sell once it's exploded. They take a tidy profit, and you're the person left holding the bag. But in general, the people who are doing this, from what I can tell, based on Portnoy and all the other Robinhood bro day traders and others, they're just trying to do that to other people. They're just the ones who are caught before, they're the ones caught holding the bag because they were not insider or fast enough to be able to sell the contract. I think it's despicable and it's disgusting behavior on the part of Hayden Davis, but the honesty behind it is one which belies so much of American financial life at this time that I have a hard time at this point feeling bad for a single person that's involved.
Well, but the thing is that, you know, Hayden Davis in this interview was like, yeah, it's all a scam and only the insiders make money, and that's the whole game. But that is not the way that they portray these coins at the time. I mean, there's a reason why. So we've mentioned Portnoy. So Portnoy is brought into this. They told him about it beforehand and gave him millions of tokens in order to promote it. He gave back the tokens, but he did buy in with his own money, and I think posted about it as well. And see, the thing is that they take advantage of the fact that there is so little institutional trust, and what people have instead is these parasocial relationships with like trusted creators and personalities. So they use these celebrity endorsers to make it feel like, oh, well, Kim Kardashian or Dave Portnoy or the freaking Hawk-Tua girl or Javier Milei, the president of Argentina, who is an icon for many of the, like, you know, libertarian right, including Elon Musk, the man that's running our government right now, well, they back it, so it must be real, right? When Javier Milei is posting about this, he's not saying this is a scam, you know, I'm getting mine, or, you know, the insiders are getting theirs. He's saying this is a phenomenal opportunity for you to get wealthy and also for people to invest in Argentina's small business creators, blah, blah, blah. So people are getting lied to and they're getting taken advantage of. And, you know, it is the case that whatever you have actually, number one, big technological transitions, which is we're in the midst of, and also breakdown in institutional trust, it becomes a golden age of scam artists. And we have never seen, like in world history, we have never seen scams on the size of what these crypto meme coin rug pull scams are on a routine basis. And one of the things that's important to note here is that these same characters, some of the same characters who are behind this crypto pump and dump with the backing of Javier Milei were also involved with the Melania coin launch, which also has plummeted and lost the vast majority of its value, leaving almost all of the retail investors completely high and dry. Coffee asked Hayden this question directly. He's reluctant to answer, but ultimately he does answer. Let's take a listen to that.
A lot of people have linked you to the Melania launch. And that is a big question on everyone's mind, mine especially, which is, were you part of the Melania launch, and was that sniped as well?
I mean, look, I think that I mean I told you like beforehand but before this started. I mean I'm happy to share the truth, but I mean you're asking a question that's it's just I mean I'll answer, but it's just factually going to put me into a lot of danger, which is fine. I'll answer. I was part of it. I think the team did want to snipe it because of how big the snipe was on Trump's, and we weren't the we definitely weren't the big sniper. We were not that was what we were trying to avoid, and we didn't make any. There was no money made from the Melania team on any. We didn't take any liquidity out, zero.
Okay. Wow. That's like shocking news. But I want to zoom in on that point. You said like, well, we didn't take any liquidity out. One of the wallets we traced to the Portnoy thing, thing, your wallet, or not, I don't know if it's your wallet, whoever's wallet that was, sent money to a wallet which had got sent $1.5 million of Melania token from something called Melania-liquidity2.sol. And then that wallet seemed to sell Melania tokens that it received for free. So you said y'all didn't sell any liquidity, but
didn't swap liquidity. Didn't swap liquidity. Didn't swap into single-sided. I didn't say there was no money sold. There's a difference between swapping the liquidity and selling liquidations. Those are two different things.
Okay, so y'all swapped. You didn't sell, or the other way around.
No, other way around.
Sold. You didn't swap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Still don't 100% what he's saying.
is a little bit lost on me. I think that I was reading about there's a way you can pull out just the cash and leave the token in, which tries to maintain the market so that people don't see that you're just completely selling out and tanking it.
Got it.
And I think he's saying we didn't do that when they're talking about sniping. So you can imagine if you know the coin is about to drop and nobody else knows,
Right. You
then
buy it.
you buy it immediately. And so part of the other, so he admits not only is he involved with Melania and with Libra, the Javier Milei one, that he was part of this market manipulation tactic of sniping where you buy a bunch at the beginning, you pump it up, and then what happened both with Melania and in the case of Libra is then once the market sort of hits the top, you start selling out. The whole thing crashes, and that's what makes it a rug pull. Now, he claims, we weren't the biggest snipers on Melania, and we saw with Trump that there were all these people that got in that were market manipulated, so we didn't want to be left out, basically, of the fun. So he admits that they engage in this market manipulation with the Melania coin and with the Libra coin, and it's just incredible.
Well, there was more
submitting fraud and scams all around.
There was more on Trump that they admitted to, the insider trading aspect of people being told at that crypto ball here in Washington about some of that. Let's take a listen.
You kind of were like, hey, people should think about these things. What should they think about from your perspective? Like, what is going on the inside?
Yeah, I think the best one to look at, from because I know like both money was raised and the most amount of money was made was on Trump. I think that's the best example, just being honest. Because you know that, right? You know that people were able to buy in at 500 million.
Yeah. Like people snipe that coin too. You mean?
No. Like before it launched at some private dinner, that they gave people special access to buying it at 500
What?
million. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. What?
Yeah.
Who gave that? Who gave that?
But that was what I was told. But there were people at some sort of crypto event in Washington D.C.
If that's, I don't know if that's true, but if that's true, that's.
I was told. That's what I was told, by the way.
Okay.
See, that was the biggest one to me, about the 500 million buy-in to the Trump shitcoin that was posted immediately after Trump became president, leading to the immediate sell-off and all of that. We don't have a ton of time because we have a guest standing by, but it's like I said, at a certain point, I don't feel bad for these people anymore. Every single person involved, from Portnoy to Hayden Davis to any of these others, people who are buying in, the 75,000 or so people who bought in, it's like, look, you guys were trying to do a get-rich-quick scheme and you got burned. It's like, well, listen, idiots, the path to wealth is out there. You can buy S&P 500. People don't want to do that. They want to do single game parlays and do all of this. It's like, well, you get what you deserve at a certain point. What's the point?
Stupid people deserve
Yeah.
protection too, Sagar.